Hey guys, it's Edwin here, and today we're going to talk about what happens when you call out or when you confront a narcissist. So here's how it mostly goes. Let's say you've just done a brief Google search and you are now certain that the relationship or that unhealthy relationship you are in is, in fact, showing some traits of a narcissistic relationship. Of course, you'll be so eager and you'll be looking forward to confront them or call them out on their abusive behaviors. That person might be your partner, your spouse, or your parent, or your friend, because you feel that now with this information you can call them out, and you have this belief that if you call them out on their behavior, they might probably admit their wrongdoings and change their behavior. You may also be giving them a bit of benefit of doubt that maybe they don't know that their behavior is toxic. So confronting them with facts might help the situation and return the situation to the relationship to the way it was before. Or you are just fed up with them out of who they are and you want just to call them like a narcissist, and you even want to call them a narcissist. Whichever approach you take, when you call out a narcissist, you should expect a retaliation from them. A narcissist always wants things to go their way at all times, and confronting them is like a disturbance in that space. It's like you are causing a bit of disturbance in their comfort zone. They want to always be in control of every situation around them, and that's why they will go to great extents to ensure that that control is maintained. That's why they will not entertain someone who wants to expose them, because that will mean that they have to probably take responsibility for what they've done, and that's not part of the narcissistic agenda. The narcissist doesn't believe that what they are doing is wrong, and they spend most of their life, in fact, like protecting their perfect false self. So if you call them out or confront them, do not expect that things will get better for you. In fact, it might be the reverse, and they can reverse the words you are calling them, and they can use it against you and manipulate you further or make things worse for you. I'm going to share with you some of the things which a narcissist will do when you confront them or when you call them out on their behavior. When you call out a narcissist, they will open their toolbox of manipulative tactics where they switch into defense mode or attack mode. Whichever tool they choose to use depends on the kind of situation they are in or the kind of person they are dealing with. But the main goal is to always maintain their status quo, which is to protect their self-image or to protect their supply or just to be in control of the situation. They don't want to lose control of that situation. Some of the behaviors they will engage in when confronted are things like narcissistic rage. They may burst into this ball of rage and start hurling back insults as a way to shut you down. They will furiously lash out at you, and it will look like they've lost control over themselves. They may also threaten you, or they may start breaking things. They may start punching walls, or just this intimidating presence you've never felt before. It's more like, if you are familiar with Marvel movies, it's more like how the Incredible Hulk gets angry when he's pissed off. That's that kind of sense. Another thing that will happen when you call out a narcissist is they will shift the blame to you or anyone else as a way to escape the responsibility and escape taking ownership for their undesirable behaviors. They may say something like, I did that because I was stressed at work. It's more like just anything that comes to mind, as long as they are not taking ownership for their actions or behaviors. Anything which comes to mind, they will just deflect everything you call them out on to something or a circumstance which is outside them. I did a video on blame shifting in the past. You can find it in the description. Another thing they'll do is they will gaslight you more. They may plainly deny what you are confronting them on, and they can say that you are lying or you are making things up. Even if you have solid evidence, they will deny it and try to distort your sense of reality by saying that you are remembering things wrongly, or you are dramatic, you are sensitive, or you are crazy, or you are always making things up. They'll just try to distort your sense of reality so that you doubt yourself, and you might even think that actually you are crazy, or you are too sensitive, or you are even exaggerating some of the things. That's what may also happen. Also, when a narcissist has been cornered and they feel that they really have nothing to say, they'll just go silent on you without any response to your claims. They may just leave you there, like when you're still calling them out, and just leave and just go silent. This will make you feel bad on what you've done, and you may even find yourself begging them for forgiveness or begging them to talk to you because you just can't stand this awkward silence. They may also pull this disappearing act and leave you stranded so that you can't call them out anymore. Like they may just disappear or ghost you. Also, a narcissist is all about control. So when you confront them, they will press where it hurts you the most. They may withhold some emotional or physical resources that directly have an impact on your present life. They may hide your documents or stop giving you money, especially if you are financially dependent on them, or they might try to sabotage your work. Let's say they played a hand in looking for that job for you, so they might try to sabotage that work. They may also alienate you from your kids or even isolate you from your loved ones. It's just about instilling their sense of power and control over your life. It's just about them telling you, hey, even if I'm doing this to you, I still have control over your life because you are still dependent on me. Another thing is, when you call out a narcissist, they may also accuse you as being a narcissist. And in fact, they even point out some specific instances where you reacted to something in an undesirable way. Because when you are in a narcissistic relationship, you may get pushed to the point where you do unimaginable things as a form of survival. It's called a reactive abuse or reactive response. And you might have like lashed out at them, insulted them, or even broke a few cups out of the frustration for how they were mistreating you, or as a reaction to their constant provocations. So when you confront them, they will pull this card and even list those instances where you acted inappropriately. They might tell you, remember this day you called me this name, remember this day you did this. And once they do that, because they have evidence and you will still remember those instances, you will really think that you are the narcissist as well. Or you'll even think that you are both toxic, which will bring this sudden stop to your confrontations because you will also feel guilty. It's more like, how dare you call someone a narcissist when you yourself is also a narcissist? So that's also a card they might pull when they are called out or when you call them out. And that's actually a very tough one to pull out of because they have evidence. The last thing a narcissist will do when you figure them out or when you call them out on their behavior is that they might accept their wrongdoings. They might plainly accept what they've done and try to win you back. They will try like to brainwash you to forget or ignore what's been happening so that they can retain their supply. They may love bomb you and shower you with all kinds of praises, promises, and anything you want to hear, as long as they seek to convince you of their love. They might tell you that I will change, and I promise I will build the future I promised you before. They may also like apologize for what they've been doing to you so that you can forgive them and forget and let them back into your life. This is the toughest one of them all, as it will give you mixed feelings about it. Because you want to remain in that relationship. You want that relationship to grow. So when someone accepts and apologizes, you will forget all the abuse they've been putting you through. And you will even think that they truly mean what they are saying, and you will give them another chance, only for you to realize that it's just a game as always. They may even suggest that they will go to therapy this time around, and they'll just pretend that they are going to be a better person or a better partner. This is actually the last resort when they really feel that there's nothing they can do. And they will use this card mostly when they don't have another supply. But when they have another supply, they'll choose to discard you and go for the other supply. So they use this card when they feel that, if I lose this one, I don't have a place to go, or I don't have a place where I can supply my needs. So let me just accept and lie to him or her, and then Later on, I'll just find another supply and then discard them. Calling out a narcissist is never a great thing to do, and in fact, it will make things worse for you. Because when you call them out, they might react with further manipulation, or they might act as if they are in agreement with you and that they are going to change. The best way to confront a narcissist is not to confront them. And if you are calling them out with the hope that they'll finally see what they are doing and finally leave you alone or change their behaviors, then you will be in for a rude shock and you'll always be disappointed. Here's the thing. A narcissist is always thirsty and wants to supply their needs or wants their needs to be met. And they don't have limits on what they can or cannot do as long as they fulfill those needs. That's why no amount of calling them out will really keep them away. The only one who can keep a narcissist away is you. The moment you just learn that they are probably narcissistic, that's the moment where now you need to start planning your exit, or you need to start now planning how you can cut ties with that person. And if you are in a situation where like you cannot leave them, that's the moment where now you can start educating yourself on some of the ways you can counteract their abuse. But as always, the best thing to do is to step away from them as far as possible, and always know that you deserve a better life far away from manipulation and control. And it doesn't matter if you've invested in that relationship for the past 20, 40, or 50 years. There's still life out there for you away from that relationship. Once you are aware of their abusive behaviors, do not like turn a blind eye and say that I didn't see anything. No, it's there. If it's there, it's there. Just focus on how you can get yourself out of there, or on how you can improve your life or improve the quality of your life. That's it for me today, guys. Until next time, see ya.